Have you heard?
Was that you talking to me?
Oh, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck. 'Cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel and the ones that run on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show. Whoa, whoa.
It's the Truck Show with your hosts, Lightning and Holman.
This episode of the Truck Show podcast, Have You Heard?, is proudly presented by Nissan. Nissan has a truck for every need, along with the legendary Nissan durability. Test drive your next truck at a local Nissan dealer today, or point your browser to nissanusa.com, where you can use the build and price tool to configure a Nissan truck that fits your lifestyle.
And when you're thinking about adding power or improving fuel economy, Banks has over 65 years of experience. Whether it's cold air intakes or exhaust systems, tuning, throttle control, charge air cooling, lubrication components, and much more, no one offers smarter, safer, 50-state emissions-compliant performance parts than Gale Banks. You'll find the best engineered parts for your truck at bankspower.com.
And when you're looking for quality, full synthetic lubrication for your truck, AMSOIL has you covered with motor oil, lubricants and protectants, grease, additives, and more. AMSOIL synthetic lubricants deliver wear protection, engine cleanliness, and fuel efficiency that conventional oils simply can't match. Find out how AMSOIL synthetic lubricants can save you money and time by helping your vehicles run better and last longer than with conventional oils at AMSOIL.com. When it comes to lubrication, AMSOIL is the leader in synthetics.
There has never been a better time to buy a retractable bed cover at EGRUSA.com. EGR just kicked off a huge sale. You can get up to 30% off plus a rebate of $250 on all manual roll-track bed covers. Let me say that again. You can save up to 30% off the best roll-top tonneau cover on the market, the Roll-Track. Plus, get an additional $250 rebate. Hit their online store today at EGRUSA.com.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
Let me think. No, I don't think so. What do you have?
So this is kind of a funny story. Remember that old ancient prehistoric GMC Savannah van in its counterpart Chevy?
Yes, I think yes, the Savannah van.
Just
yes,
a regular old van. You had one.
Oh yeah,
Right.
The Express.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Express with a 6.6. I had the LB. God, what did it have? It was an
LBZ,
06
I think.
LBZ in it. Yeah,
so.
06.
So funny story. You can still buy one of those today. You can still order one. You could head on down to your GMC dealer. You can get between an LS or an LT 4.3 liter V6. It only comes in white, red, black, and silver.
Yeah, get white because then you just wrap it with something.
And then an optional white finish for the Steelies if you're feeling particularly fashionable.
You remember my van? You saw my van, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was wrapped with a Long Beach clothing logo, and I had 22s on it. Thing was baller.
You remember this van came out in 1996?
That was a different style. Man,
No,
mine was
it
way
wasn't.
cooler.
No. It's the same damn body style. It's the same
is?
stupid van. Yes.
Oh, you know what it was? They updated. I got in 06. It was the first year of the
They
new
had
grill.
a dash and a grill. That doesn't count.
yeah.
The body's the same.
Okay.
I'm just amazed that
Well, when you
after
put
all this time.
wheels
Dude, I
and
graduated from
30 series tires. Looks
high
good.
school in 1996. This van is as old as my post-high school career.
You graduated in 96?
Yeah.
What are you, 3?
Yeah, you're just
Old.
Yeah, well. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
Oh, no.
All right, that seems excessive, especially for this story. That cost-cutting son of a bitch, Carlos Tavares, stepped down from Stellantis.
Yes. Goodbye. Good, but step down.
Peace out, homie. Don't
Yeah.
don't let the door hit you in the butt on your way out. Carlos.
THANKYOU. Thank you.
You get nothing. You lose.
No, I think he gets a lot.
Good day, sir.
Yeah,
I
talk about
think
one
he'll
hell of
be
a golden
fine.
parachute.
So apparently his cost-cutting style to save the brands hasn't exactly played well with the board of directors, and he was supposed to stay through 2026. That didn't happen. He recently stepped down. The interim executive committee, as told by StelPower.com, chaired by major stockholder and board chair John Elkin, but it includes Xavier Charoux, Ned Couric, Arnaud Deboeuf, Beatrice Faucher, Douglas Osterman, Max
bunch of
Picard.
Peugeot peeps.
That's my point, is absent is anybody who came up from Chrysler, Dodge, Mopar, Jeep, or Ram through
Lame.
America.
Lame.
None of the board is from our side of the fence, which a lot of people are like, man, Stellantis got greedy and they raised prices, and now everybody's not buying them because they're mad. And so I don't know that this group is going to bring it back. Beloved Ram, beloved Jeep, and it's you can't run our brands like you run Peugeot. You just can't. And the French are actively trying to ruin our beloved American brands, and I hope they aren't successful.
You know what fans are saying about Ram?
All right, you guys. Love you, mean it. Bye.
Not coming back to the brand.
That's bye. Love you, mean it.
Yeah.
I don't think they love them if they're not coming back.
Oh.
Anyway, I love our brands. I'm happy Tavares is gone, but there's more. There's more to it than that needs to happen. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
How about new?
No.
One of the bright spots of the Stellantis empire right now.
There are bright spots?
Well, there's this one. I was at the LA Auto Show, and Ram had two chassis. One was the Stella, STLA, which is their Ram and Wagoneer platform, and it can be electrified, and it can be it's body on frame, it can be gas. But they had two of them side by side. One was all EV, and one was the extended EV that had the Pentastar in it. So it was fun when I was taking my tours around. I'm like, you see the difference between these two? They're the exact same truck. One difference. And you tell the car guys, they're like, there's an engine in that one. I'm like, very good, but notice what's missing. No transmission. So it's kind of cool to see the platform. So the STLA frame, which they pronounce Stella,
Does it look weird that there is no transmission behind it? It's just, is it a motor generator unit behind it? Is there like a box?
No, yeah, there's a controller. I mean, it's still an EV. It still has to have EV components. It's just one has the Pentastar sitting there and one has EV pieces sitting there. The interesting thing, though, is that the Stella platform was designed to be flexible, so it can go, like I said, fully electric, range extended electric, or internal combustion, or hybrid. And its length can range from 216 inches to 234 inches with a wheelbase of 123.7 to 145.3. So that's basically current generation short wheelbase Wagoneer on the small side, and then Ram 1500 quad cab on the long side. And then the architecture is capable of 10.3 inches of ground clearance, and you can have conventional or air suspension, go through 2 feet of water, regardless of whatever the powertrain design is. And it'll tow up to 14,000 pounds. And then when a bed from a pickup truck's put in place, that frame can accommodate 2,700 pounds of payload. And then Stellantis also said that the frame rails are designed to protect the battery pack, and then depending on which version of the vehicle, the battery pack can be 200 kilowatt hours with a range of 500 miles. There's single and dual motor layouts. And then, of course, we talked about the range extending Pentastar. And then there's going to be both 400 and 800 volt architecture, which will support DC fast charging up to 350 kilowatts. So with the range extender, the big battery, all the stuff.
How far are you going?
The potential is just shy of 700 miles of range.
What?
So that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyway.
What is the farthest pure electric right now? Is it in the fours? Right? Was it Chevy?
Yeah, maybe a car in the fours.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I think.
Because didn't Chevy come up with the Silverado or the Silvery Auto, or what do we call it? The EV Auto?
The Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Didn't they come with like close to 400 or just over 400?
I don't remember. They do have a massive battery pack in that thing.
And what about in the Cybertruck? They have like a bolt-in battery that'll get you another like 100 miles.
Yeah, so they have an accessory battery pack that goes in the bed of the truck, and then I think the Lucid, which is the Lucid Air, like kind of sporty sedan that's really low, those can go up to 516 miles. So, and then the Silverado EV, so the work truck, I guess because it's lighter, maybe 440 miles.
Okay.
And then Tesla Model S is just over 4. The rest, everything else, I think, is down below 360 or so. Driving an EV all the time, mine gets about 210 or so, 212.
But you're doing a lot of stop and go.
Yeah, but like when I was going up to LA, fortunately the convention center had EV charging for free, which was pretty awesome. but I was basically there, back, there, and back, and then I'd have to fully charge.
Okay.
So I would say, like, if there's anything about my Aria that I don't like, and this is on me, this isn't a Nissan thing because they have longer range batteries. I didn't want to pay for it because how I was using the car. I would next time pay up for the extended range.
How often were you like getting anxiety even on the way home or to
Never.
LA Convention Center? And really,
Never.
were you
I
like
mean,
looking and going, I'm going to run out?
No, I had the only one day. So normally I'd come back and I'd have like 20%, which is fine. But one day I pull up to LA Convention Center and there was a massive power outage because a substation blew up nearby. And so I get there and they're like, we have no power.
And you're like, I'm not going home.
And I was on, I think I had 40% or 35%. And I'm like, ooh, that's going to be tough. Fortunately, 2 hours later, it came back on. And by the time the day was ended, I had 100%. But it just goes to show, like, you have to think about that a lot more with EVs than you do with gas. And again, it's that learning curve. For the right car, EV makes a lot of sense. And I think my Aria is perfect for that. I just wish I would have paid up for a little bit bigger battery.
I guess like a gas station, all the pumps are electric, right? So if there's a power outage, you're not going to pump fuel unless there's a generator at the gas station.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
know.
So I guess we bash on that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
But maybe, if you can't fill up gas when you're out, then maybe it's the same case. No?
Always drive with 100%. Always. Even when you're driving.
If you can.
And range extender is the way to go. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
They mentioned Carlos Tavares as well. Okay,
You sure did, and we
that one?
celebrated, yes.
Okay, just checking. You love recalls, and so I thought I would tell you about
I love total recalls as well.
GM recalled another 130,000 trucks because their tailgates fall open.
Oh, no. Oh, just, by the way, 2 days ago, I was driving along, and there was a guy, this older gentleman and his wife that clearly they were going camping or somewhere,
Yeah.
and they had their propane tank, and it was like looked like a park bench or something. It was all their camping gear,
Yeah.
and their tailgate was just flopping, just wide
Oh,
open.
man.
And it was literally just one bounce from a propane tank falling out.
Yeah.
And I think he must have just pushed the automatic, the tailgate deploy button, whatever you call that.
Yep.
Didn't
know it.
And didn't know it. And so I rolled
What
up
a
to the side,
bummer.
and he was in the carpool lane. And I said, speed up. No, I didn't. I rolled up to him and gave me the window down sign, and the lady rolls it down thinking like I'm going to egg her or something. No, I'm like, your tailgate's open. And of course they're like, thank you, thumbs up.
Yeah.
They proceed to immediately go 4 lanes over, cut off all the traffic, like dangerously, which I didn't mean for that to happen. But it did, but I suspect that they closed the tailgate and
You hope
killed
so.
75 people on the way
Well,
to the shoulder.
I've had a load fall out on the free and watched. I didn't know.
Out of your pants?
Nope, off the trailer, and I was watching people swerve behind me, thinking, "Well, that's odd."
Oh, no.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's me. I should probably pull over." Yeah, that
What was anything expensive?
load mats, horse mats that we use for loading the trailer.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't put the straps on the right way, and they started slipping out
Yeah.
under the ties as it was driving down the freeway.
I saw a guy.
They're 100 pounds each.
I saw a guy on the 101 freeway. His tailgate opens and all these Pelican cases come out,
Ooh.
and I see RE cameras go everywhere.
And you're like,
for
pick
those of
those
you that
suckers
don't
up.
know, an RE camera is probably $30,000.
Pick that sucker up. Oh. All right, Lightning, have you heard?
I mean, no.
Nissan of the Americas Regional SVP and Chief Planning Officer Pons Panikathira was on Motor Trend's The Inevitable podcast. Why he wasn't on our podcast, I'm very disappointed because he dropped some nuggets.
Did he really? Well, that's all EV talk over there.
Said, well, you would think. Talked about the Nissan Titan full-size truck how it's been discontinued, even though there's some left on dealer lots right now if you want to get one.
Boo.
And he basically said no to the Titan coming back as a battery electric or hybrid vehicle. He said it would be very expensive because of how competitive the segment is, and Ford, GM, Ram, and Toyota continue to dump large sums of money into designing, producing, marketing, and selling their full-size trucks, so it doesn't look like Nissan wants to go back into that area. There's, like I said, a lot of competition. But he did mention that the successful Frontier, which is in the top 5, usually 3 or 4 for midsize pickup sales, the 2025, which is available now at dealers if you want to go pick one up or check it out, says that they're actually looking at options to electrify the Frontier platform. Could be a range-extended EV or another type of hybrid, but they don't want to take away the ruggedness that is the Nissan Frontier. So there may be some electrification there. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No, I have not.
Chevy is celebrating, guess how many years of small block V8 engines?
Oh, geez. Chevy small block. 50?
70.
Oh, whoa.
The first small block V8 was in the 1955 pickup trucks and cars.
Oh, yeah.
And since then,
Yeah.
and then this doesn't count big block V8s or diesel V8s, okay? But the Chevy 350, the 4.8, the 5.3, the 6.2, 6-liter, all of them. How many small block V8s has GM produced in 70 years?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say, holy mackerel. If they're doing 80, I just know diesel. So I'm going to say if they're doing like 80,000 Duramaxes a year, that's going to be a very small number by comparison. So let's ramp that up to like 1 million a year times how many? I'm going to go wild and say 100 million.
You going wild? Is that your final answer?
That's closest I'm going to get is 100 million.
All right, so let's figure out how many, based on the math here,
Okay.
that they have done every year, and it is a big number.
It's bigger than 100 million?
113 million,
Damn.
which comes down to 1.6 million small blocks a year.
Go me. Close.
You were under, so by Price is Right rules, you've won.
113 million Chevy small blocks.
Isn't that crazy? And they just invested in basically the 6th generation, $854 million to support it. So they're not walking away from the V8, unlike Stellantis. However, there have been a few articles popping up here and there where Stellantis is starting to second guess whether getting rid of the Hemi V8 was a good idea.
But dude, you talked about it's Peugeot taking over.
I know.
And they don't care.
Well, it's not
like, ooh, Citroen. Citroen, everyone.
That's fine. They want to turn all the Ram dealerships into Peugeot dealerships, whatever. But it's they were making a lot of money. And
Why
then
was
they
they
pissed
saying
everyone off.
Citroen when we're talking about Peugeot? That didn't make any
Well,
sense.
they're the same company.
I know.
It's all the same,
Yeah.
same stupid French umbrella. Listen, you know what the only good thing about French people is? Their cheese and their bread, okay? You don't make cars. Your cars suck! I know your dad's going to hate that.
You know the best part about France?
What?
Leaving it.
Oui, oui, lightning.
My father was not. It was my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather was the
my father
French
is
car
the
collector.
English car
That's
collector.
right. That's right. Your father has much better sense. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No. Hey, did you see that I took my 2 boys to the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time?
Did not see that.
Yeah. One was appalled and the other one loved it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But we went to the full like shadow cast where they act on stage. Have you been on one of those?
I have not.
Oh, really? All these years you've never been to a...
Nope.
So, have you seen the film?
I have.
The film's god-awful. It was horrible. I've seen it 20 times.
It's
and
the
it's
Rocky
just as bad.
Horrible Picture Show.
It's awful. It's an awful, awful film. But when you see it with a cast acting it out and yelling at the screen, saying different words that are actually on the film,
That's funny.
it's freaking awesome.
And this has to do with trucks.
Not at all. Move on.
Got it. All right. Tesla launched a new recall, number 6 for the year for the Cybertruck. 2,431 trucks built between November 6th, 23 and July 30th, 24 might have inverters that will just stop producing torque with no warning to the driver.
Oh, that's not good.
So if you've got one of those, bring it in. Hey, Lightning, have you heard? NHTSA fines Ford $165 million because they didn't recall their vehicles with defective rear-view cameras fast enough. It's the second largest behind the Takata airbag fiasco. So that's a lot. $165 million.
A lot of people ask me, you know, we've been talking about last episode, by the way, hugely successful. Well, I should say, 3 ago when we interviewed our Mr. X.
Oh, yes.
About the new Cummins 6.7 liter. That one has gotten a lot of love. And thank you, by the way, to Andre. Over at TFL Truck.
Yep.
They basically said in the very, very beginning, like, our friends at the Truck Show podcast
But that's good.
broke some news.
We always read their stuff and go our friends over at TFL.
Yeah,
so.
except they should have had you on the show.
That would have been great.
That was kind of weak.
They know how to find me.
That was, and I'm going to bust Andre on that. Like, dude, you got our phone number. You should have had Sean on. Like, that would have been way better. It just,
Yeah, now I'm mad.
They kind of pontificated over our news making
Rather than just asking us.
Anyway,
bunch of jerks over at TFL.
No, we love them, but you should have had Mr. Holman on the show.
Minor spat.
You're a better guest than I am. Or you could have had both of us
They
on.
could
Whatever.
have had just you. That would have been interesting.
Either way.
I would have listened because I would have wanted to know what you said.
Hey, the reason I brought up the Cummins engine is because you talked about NHTSA and like recalls.
Yep.
And people are asking every day, like, hey, dude, the grid heater thing. Like,
Yep.
Banks has got the Monster Ram that solves that problem, but like, why is this not a recall? And everyone's like, we shrug. We're like, I'm doing my shoulder thing. Like, I don't know. You can't see it through your speakers, but like, I don't know. I can only surmise that because they're moving to a new platform, it doesn't have the grid heater. It's got
it's not a
glow
new
plugs
platform,
now.
same platform
I'm
that's
sorry,
just
you're
been
absolutely right. Yes, it is the same
changed,
platform. It's just updated,
modified, yep.
right? Modified. Or is it Ram pointing fingers at Cummins and Cummins pointing at
Or
Ram?
it's none of that.
Or
It may
it's
have
none
just
of
been
that.
too high of a warranty cost, and they said we got to fix this.
Yeah, can you imagine? Because it's all Ram 6.7's 07 to current. Anyway, you inspired me to talk about the NHTSA thing. Like, people ask every day, why is it a recall? I don't know.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
No.
Volkswagen dealers are miffed because Scout, even though it's owned by Volkswagen, will not be bringing their product to Volkswagen dealers no matter how much they've been clamoring for a truck.
That's got to sting.
They're going to go their own way, and so Volkswagen dealers are not happy.
What's up with the new bus, by the way? I was at Cars and Coffee in San Clemente this last day, and I saw the bus in person.
It's the ID Buzz.
And it's kind of cool.
It's cool. It was the star of the show at the auto show. Everybody
Really?
wanted to see it. It's a minivan. It's a minivan that's shaped.
I wouldn't buy it, but
retro colors.
It's neat.
funky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. My mom's like, "That's so cute." And I'm
It
like,
is.
"Yeah,
It is
great."
cutish. Yeah.
I'm like, they know that you're their audience, and you would be like, "That's cute. I would look at one of those."
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't buy one, but it caught her eye, and it's something different. I mean, everything kind of looks the same, so it's kind of fun to have something different available, right?
Yeah. Looks like a big pill.
Yeah, I mean, it's
big Tylenol.
When you look at it, it's way different than a bus. It hints at the bus. It's got the retro two-tone like the bus, but it's not the bus. It's a minivan that has a flat nose on the front.
Right.
Like they captured
Cool
the
interior,
essence of it.
But it's a little stark for my taste.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a little white for my taste. Like
Little
the
white.
very bright white interior.
yeah,
with
yeah.
kids, you just destroy that. Dogs. And
I don't.
dirt.
The one that I saw was not white. It was shades of tan and.
Well, you can get a very light interior in, is my point. And
I see.
That would be rough with kids.
Yeah.
We have one, and it's like the amount of everything in the back seat of the wife's car.
What about like Teslas with the white interior? Like
Yeah,
what's
or
crazy?
the GMCs. GMCs the same way.
Yeah.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
I don't watch the news because I'm a kid.
Nope.
So apparently the DPF Delete Shop Incorporated
Hammered.
smuggled $33 million in emission defeat devices into the U.S.
Yeah.
But they were very, very
Blazing.
brazen,
Brazen is what I meant, yes.
blatant, whatever you want to say. And apparently they had some friends in British Columbia, Canada, and they were based in Utah, and they were smuggling stuff over the border. Yeah. So
It's pretty wild. Stuff comes from like the Cayman Islands and it
Yeah,
goes
well,
to Canada and then they transport across the border.
there was something about the way that they were selling the tunes that you would need to, and they tried to hide it with overseas money and all that stuff. But the EPA followed up. I think the funny thing was, here's a quote from the story. In June, I'm winding down this legal entity and starting up another one. Feels like I'm on borrowed time with the EPA. Came from one of the owners. And
the thing is like they knew it was coming, and I think it was putting
Yeah.
away money. So he would, he makes $500 on a tune or whatever, and he puts $200 away for legal defense.
It says after he received the request for info from the feds, he renamed it to literally the DPF Delete Shop. Like are you just you couldn't call it like robin eggs or something, or fluffy unicorn farts or something? No, you call it what it is. Like
It should have been called Thunder and Muncie.
even Thunder might be a little bit.
Call back to the last show.
Yeah, I know, I get it. Anyway, so like if you're gonna fight the
thing, dude, it's crazy.
Don't poke the bear with the poker that says your name on it.
That's mental. If you guys spend any time on any of the Facebook groups like I do,
I'm
and it would
going through a weight
just
loss program.
blow you away how brazen these guys are. They're like, I've got it. Come over to my shop. I'll install a delete kit on your truck this afternoon. Like, it's crazy. It's if you did that with drugs, if you did that with cocaine,
Yeah.
which is the government appears to hate delete kits as much as cocaine, or maybe worse.
Or worse.
You know, it's like it's nuts. You'd get hammered.
I mean, the point is they're asking for it.
Yeah.
And they got it. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
One last story here. The 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500, you can get a new off-road appearance package.
What does that mean?
Well, the appearance package adds...
Is this like AEV stuff?
Several... No. Nope.
Oh, there's like stickers?
This is rugged cross-country features, off-road recovery kit, a sport bar, and high-clearance off-road steps.
No. I mean a little, kind of, but not really.
No, not really.
No,
it's like, okay. So the off-road appearance package cannot be combined with the assist step and truck bed cover, the trifold soft bed truck cover, the hard folding truck bed cover, or any other assist steps. And the sport bar itself is $1,295.
What? What?
Yeah, not a fan.
Just bone up and AEV it is what I'm saying.
So I had a guy who was asking, he goes,
the Bison is just so good. I realize it's spendy. I realize.
Yeah, but you don't have to do
expensive.
anything to it.
But I'm telling you, we have had one a week. I don't know where they're coming from.
Dude, they're awesome.
I don't know where these ballers are coming from.
But here's the thing.
I'm telling
You need
I
need them.
I know that, but I had to point out the bumpers because the guys didn't realize in the shop that they were aftermarket bumpers. And it's aftermarket, but injected into the Lion and GM, blah, blah, whatever. I would like look at and they started inspecting
boron hot stamp skid plates and show them the rock rails that actually work. Show them their spare tire mounted vertically in the bed because it's so damn big you can't fit it under the truck. How about the jounce shocks, huh? Show them the multimatics. You show them all that good stuff.
Saw you can't miss
red
the
toe hooks.
The multimatics are gold. You can't miss them.
And they're triple bodied.
Once you start pointing things out,
you know what the downfall of the truck is?
My text would step back a few feet and go, I didn't know this thing existed.
Dude, it's crazy.
But them coming in like once a week, and these are like
why they're coming in?
24s, and they're getting boost tube kits, pedal monsters.
Well, you know why?
I don't.
Because every freaking stupid GMC Colorado or Canyon gets 342 gears regardless of what tires you get on it.
Oh.
So on the AEV edition, they're super sluggish because they haven't re-geared them. And they're hoping that the 8-speed transmission kind of makes up for it. So on those trucks, there's a little bit of pedal latency, a little bit of turbo lag, and now you've got the lag because you've got 342s. If somebody made 410 gears for that thing, it would be like they would sell every set of those things in the aftermarket.
Yeah, I have heard that you can't get into that gear set at all. Yeah. Like that no one's making them.
Yeah, they need to put some.
And even if you
410s.
did, you can't recal it.
Yeah,
they locked you out.
Yeah, that's the worst part about that truck is I like it so much. It just needs some different gears and it would be so much better. Mm-hmm. Not that it's bad, because it's not. It's a hell of a truck. But that Turbo 4, just help it out a little bit. Just give us some gears, because the 35s, all the AEV stuff, suspension is phenomenal on the truck. The way it looks, phenomenal. Just everything. So one guy goes, why is the spare tire in the bed? I can't see out the back. I go, well, it's off to the driver's side, and to be honest, I've been driving a Jeep for 15 years, and I haven't been able to see out the back of anything in a decade and a half. And he laughed, and he goes, the tires are too big? Oh, yeah, they won't fit under the back. So, for me, I'm thinking there's companies that make auxiliary battery kits that go where the spare tire goes, or they make onboard water tanks that go in there. I mean, there's so much stuff you could do. So, anyway, it would be on my list of top 3 things to consider if I had to buy something to replace my Wrangler 392.
You know what you wouldn't buy, though? The appearance package.
Or a GMT 800.
The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Homan and Jay Tillis with production elements by DJ Omar Khan. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to show your support than by patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.